Hey, what's going on, Motodians? This is MSG from MSG Moto Vlogs. I want to welcome back all my Motodians, Moto family members, and Moto friends. Today we got the SE bike, big flyer. It's a 29-incher. We're gonna get into it. This video is more geared to those who haven't bought a bike yet and are thinking about getting one of the SE bike from one of the ranges. I just want to give you guys a quick rundown on the quality of it. If you guys are watching any of my videos, I've got several videos motorcycle related, scooter related on this channel with hundreds of thousands of views. So I'm not a newbie when it comes to shaking down vehicles and giving you guys my honest opinion on vehicles. So let's get straight into it. All right, so recently the fad has been, or the trend's been, big bikes, 29 inches, wheelie bikes as they call it. And this is my honest opinion on these bikes. If you're a parent and your child want one of these, or if you're new to this and you want to get one and you want to start doing wheelies right out the box, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a hard lesson for you to learn. The reason why I say that is because these bikes are built with maximum profits in mind. So everything you see here, apart from the paint job, is kind of third tier or fourth tier parts, meaning that they're kind of like off-the-shelf parts made in Taiwan, and you don't really get too much for your money except for the flashy paint job or the color scheme or whatnot. So let's start in the front here. When we talk about the Dblocks 29ers, they got a lot of graphics and a lot of design on it and a lot of nibbing, but honestly there's not much to the tire. It's really just a smooth tire with some small grooves cut into it. Really nothing special, not even a brand. You don't know if they Bridgestone, Goodyear, nothing. It's just basically Taiwanese stuff that they just put in a mold, they press and let it go. So it's real smooth. There isn't really much to it. I don't think these tires will last very long. Now you get standard forks. Nothing really special about these forks. I mean, there's really nothing special about them. Run of the mill. They look like what you could get at Walmart, to be honest, or like I don't know, Sam's Club or Costco. Probably even got better brand bikes. What else? Most of the stuff here is just standard Chinese off-the-shelf stuff. Like the brake set that you get on it, I'll drop a picture on the brake set that came with the bike. If you think that you're gonna buy this bike for your child or for yourself and you're gonna be doing wheelies right out the box, like I said, if you haven't been used to wheeling, this is going to be a hard one, because the brakes, the cantilever style brakes on this, I had to get rid of them because you're not going to have that faith, you're not going to have that trust in your braking system. And I think that if you really want to get your wheeling game up to the next, you need to have upgraded brakes 100%. No cap. Like, you're going to need to upgrade it to something, whether it be just swapping out the shoes or trying to get some Shimano cantilever style brakes, or whatever you can afford at the moment is what you got to get. But I'm telling you right now, the brakes out the box, that's not it. That's not where it is. And you got to remember now, okay, so let's talk about the gear ratio here. In the front, the chainring is 36 standard, okay, and the rear is 16, okay. So let me ask you a question. How many steps would it take to make a freewheel with 16 teeth versus one with 18 teeth? Back to budget. 2 extra steps or 2 extra teeth is runtime. Nobody wants to spend that money on runtime. If they can get away with a 16, they'll put a 16 on it. Same thing with the front chainring. The chainring on the front is 36. Most bikes will probably be running a closer, like a 2-to-1 ratio, but not on this bike. It's going to be 36 in the front, 16 in the back. So I swapped it out. This is not it. You can get yourself a budget Stormy Archer freewheel for like 15 bucks off of Amazon. So that's going to help you get the wheels up. All right, for me, that's how it worked out. So my next step is to change out the front chainring and put a 33 tooth gear on there, so this way it's kind of more it won't be exactly 2-to-1, but it's going to be closer to that. What else I was going to say? Yeah, the paint job is nice, but everything, I mean, like plastic pedals, you might, or vinyl they like to call it, vinyl pedals, but I think the word is plastic because vinyl is a plastic, so why not just call it what it is? Say it's a plastic. Boom. Anyway, now let's talk about the braking system here. Again, I told you that they manufacture these bikes with budget in mind. Now, you had the cantilever style brakes right here, okay? Before, not these Maguras. It came across, it was sleeved, came to here. Then the cable was exposed from here to here. All you had was the cable. Then you had the liner all the way up to the brake. Now, think about it. The tire's rotating one way. You have exposed brake line right here. You have exposed brake line right here, not this, but the original. It introduced dirt here, it can introduce dirt there. Now, this is only like what, 12 inches? They decided to cut out 12 inches to save money on manufacturing costs. By just taking this out, probably saved them a couple cents, but profits in mind. Now think about it. When would that ever be a good idea? It's not a good idea at all. Again, they say this is laser etched on here. Yeah, it's laser etched, but how much money do it cost to laser etch something instead of putting a paint job on it or a stencil on it and doing it? They just throw them in the machine, let it just etch it out, boom, it's done. Again, these bikes are not manufactured with quality in mind. They're manufactured as a gimmick, as a bright toy for people to go. Yes, you're gonna say, but you bought one. Yes, I did. I didn't buy a brand new. I bought a second hand. I paid 150 pounds. Conversion, that's about 200. Brand new bike. It was brand new, sat in the garage. Kid wanted it. He had to have it. Parents bought it for him, and it sat into the garage until they sold it to me. So, again, the upgrades I had to do just to get the wheel up. Okay, I'm pushing. I'm fairly old, and I've been around the game for a while. I used to work at a skate shop. I used to be around bikes all the time. If you know anything about Montreal skateboard BMX scene, back in the 90s, it was popping. It was crazy. Anyhow, I don't really got to justify or explain who I am, but let me tell you that I've been around the block for a while. I think that if you take this bike and you try to compare it to another bike, say American name, Trek, Cannondale, one of those bikes, yes, they're not the same brand, but if you compare the quality for that price range, you're gonna get Shimano brakes, not no-name brakes. You're gonna get something quality. It might be the bottom tier brakes, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna get chain ring. You're gonna get gear set. You're gonna get quality stuff. I don't even think this is a KM. I don't even think. What is this? KMC. Okay, so they didn't skip out on the chain, but the chain's rusting, and I mean, it's already rusting. The bike ain't that old. So my takeaway from that, parents, is if your kid is really dying, or if you're really dying to get an SE bike, don't let the wheelie videos trick you into buying one, okay? Because if you look on Marketplace, Facebook, you're gonna see tons of bikes for sale. Why? Because people got. They bought the bike, they realized it wasn't what it was, now they want to offload it. So it's kind of like buyer's remorse, but it's been too much time, so they can't take it back to the shop. So that's just my 2 cents. You know, I hope I gave you guys a better understanding of really what you guys will be buying when you guys decide that it's time to pick one up. I would say look around, shop around, and if at all possible, buy a used bike. At least this way you won't be all the way in. You might get some upgraded parts on it. You might have a better ride. You might enjoy it a little bit better. But 2 things that you're gonna have to do if your child or you are trying to get into this bike life and trying to do wheelies, you're gonna have to upgrade. You're gonna have to upgrade the brakes. I put on the Magura HS11s with the 2-piston brake caliper in the back, and I had to change out the freewheel in the back to an 18 tooth freewheel from Stony Archer. Real cheap stuff, good stuff. The engagement points is kind of iffy, but I mean, it'll get you around. It'll get you started, and then after that, you could step it up to Originate or Ride Out Supplies or whatever you want. But yeah, anyways, I just want to say that's my 2 cents. Yeah, I hope you guys got some information from this. Don't forget to take a look at the other bikes out there, and don't be what's it called, tunnel vision, and just say you want an SE and get it. Anyways, this is me broadcasting live from Elders Park, Govan, Southside, Glasgow, Scotland, and I'm out. Thanks for riding with me, y'all. Don't forget to give me a like or a thumbs up. Drop a comment if you got any questions about it, and we'll get to it. Thanks. Peace.